What's up guys? It's Marissa with Barely Keeping It Together, and today I tried out a bunch of DIYs that are all completely aesthetic, modern, minimal, very trendy, and with what is looking modern and fresh nowadays. Some of them were complete fails and some of them were total wins. So stick around and check out my DIYs.
I'm Marissa. I'm a borderline crazy dog mom, entrepreneur, interior design obsessed, pop culture enthusiast. I'm here to bring you all things interiors, life hacks, personal development, organization, and manifestation. I'm the kind of woman who doesn't have the patience to get through this recording. So let's get into it. This is Barely Keeping It Together.
Okay, you guys, as we get into these DIYs, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these projects because it does so much for budding creators like myself here on YouTube.
The first project I decided to do was take an old piece of art I already had and make it into a new piece of abstract art. Okay, so this is all taped and I am going to use black rub and buff to paint the frame because you can tell it looks like it's wood, but it's not. And it's chipped and it's just not looking good, and there's like paint. So I want to make it look a lot better with the black rub and buff before I do art for it. What we're going to do is we're going to take our paintbrushes. We have this all taped off and we're going to paint the edges with our black rub and buff. And I have it propped up on these little things so we can get the whole thing.
I'm going to take a brush.
You ready to paint, Wes? Okay, I'll go get the paint.
Okay, here's where we stand. This has all been painted black and I don't like the way the art I made came out, so I'm going to tape this off and do art in here.
So the first thing that I needed to do was get this canvas to just be all white. So as you can see, I painted everything white for a few coats just to cover up the black, so I had a fresh canvas to start painting on to do my project. Now, when it came time to actually create the art, I decided to do a sort of repeated stripe I'd seen on a couple different places from Instagram to Pinterest. So I just took a tan paint and continued to make the same motion all over the entire canvas. But before I show you how this project came out, I'm gonna move on to our shadow box art project and we'll reveal them both together. Project number 2, I got this shadow box at Michael's as a frame, and I'm just going to poly this and leave it the raw wood color. So that is project number 2. As I mentioned, the first step was to add a quick coat of poly to the actual frame. From there, I cut a piece of foam core board to fit the frame and covered it in white gesso to give it a little bit of texture to the art. After letting it dry, I took a piece of fabric that I had on hand and I used Mod Podge to adhere it to the center of the painted foam core board. The idea that I had behind all of this was to mimic some higher end pieces of art that I had seen with a fabric center and a backing of another material. Then I took black paint and a fine tip paintbrush and created a loop-de-loop sort of pattern similar to higher end abstract artists like Jay Younghouse, who you can check out on Instagram. And I made just this repeated pattern over and over again. Then I flipped it and did it the opposite way on the other side. But before I can reveal this to you, I have to show you the sculptural candlesticks I've been seeing all over the internet. I had to try it and see how it worked out for myself. The first thing I needed to do was get extra hot water, long candlesticks. I sat the candles in there anywhere from 5 minutes to 15 minutes. Some people even say you do 45 minutes. I tried it out for 5 minutes, then I tried it out for longer and longer. Now, my footage does not show what happened when I started twisting these candles in the sink, but needless to say, it was a huge fail. I don't know how other people are twisting candles. Mine just fell apart completely. If you guys know better, please leave me a comment down in the description below because this was a hot freaking mess. I did have one candle come out, and I will reveal that with the 2 paintings right after this. here they are. I am pretty happy with how they turned out. I absolutely think they could be better, they could be worse, they're not perfect, but that is part of the process with abstract art. And one of the things I love about these little projects from home is you can always tweak them later on, change them, just as I did in this project. I will end up moving this candle because it looks a little small in this space, but next I want to show you a very cool project where I attempted to make a faux olive tree look more real in my bedroom. So this is a faux olive tree I got for my bedroom, and I want to make it look more real. So let me take you outside and show you how we're going to make this olive tree look more like it's a real tree. So here we are. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you'll know I got this cement planter at an estate sale maybe like 5 or 6 months ago, and I wasn't sure how I was going to use it. Well, now I have this olive tree, but I wanted to make it look real, and all of the like faux moss or dirt options I found online just felt like a fake plant. So what I did was I cut cardboard in the shape of this planter so that I don't have to fill up the whole thing, and I'm just going to fill it with dirt at the top portion so it looks like the tree is fully planted. So let me look this up. I cut this out of an Amazon box that was delivered, fit it to the planter, and then cut this hole so I can just put it around the tree, which is just sitting in here a little bit loosey-goosey. And I put it around here in the top of here, and I will fill the top with dirt from my garden. You guys can laugh at me if you want, but literally just took dirt from the ground and put it in the top here so that it wasn't too heavy. It just filled up the top. And the other thing I didn't get on camera was that I was able to take the dirt and rub it all over the stem of the tree to make the tree look less green and more like it had grown from the ground. So here is how the olive tree looks in my bedroom now. I am very happy with the way the dirt looks in the bottom of it. I personally just think it looks a lot nicer than moss or stones or something along those lines. And rubbing a little bit of the dirt on the stem of the tree also definitely helped the plant look less artificial in my bedroom. I can link this tree down in the description below. For my last project, I was on a mission to make my Studio McGee pedestal bowl from Target lighter than I bought it at the store. When I purchased this, I was in love with the shape, but it was super yellowy and I wasn't happy with that. So as you can see here, the first thing I tried to light in this bowl was similar to the Restoration Hardware lamps I did. I rubbed chalk all over the bowl. Well, needless to say, this was a huge fail and didn't work. It just didn't stick properly to the material. Well, this didn't make me give up because I'm in love with the shape of this bowl and I just wanted it to be a prettier color. So what I did was I tried the Stone Accents spray paint by Krylon, and I took it outside and I gave it a few coats of this paint. Let's see how it turned out. Here is the bowl styled afterwards in my bedroom. I am in love with the way that it turned out. I think it got a very antique Aztec look to it, and honestly, it came out better than I could have even imagined. So there you have it, guys. There were 5 DIYs in less than 10 minutes, and anything that you could potentially be interested in, I have linked down in the description below. So definitely go check that out as well if you need any of these products.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching these projects. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It does so much for my channel as I am a growing creator here on YouTube. And also do not hesitate to subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, I will chat with you later. Bye.